Ready, Chair.
Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to this meeting of the Smiths Falls Climate Protection Working Group. I'm Sean Panko. I'm stepping in as mayor today, as chair today in the absence of Chair Peter McCann, who wasn't able to make it. I will call the meeting to order and open with a land acknowledgement. On December 9th, 2025, we acknowledge the sacred land of which Smiths Falls is now located has been a site of human activity for over 10,000 years in its rich Indigenous history. This land is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We're grateful to the Algonquin ancestors who cared for the land and water in order that we might meet here today. We're also grateful to the Algonquin people for their contribution in the making of the Rideau Canal, which runs through Smiths Falls. We're mindful of broken covenants and the need to reconcile with all their relations. Together, may we care for this land and each other, drawing on the strength of our mutual history of nation building through peace and friendship, and be mindful of generations to come. So we ask for a motion before we get into that, I just want to mention, I want to thank Linda Bradford, was a committee member for I think the last couple of years, who recently resigned. So we'll thank Linda for her participation and contributions to the committee. I'll ask for motion approval of the agenda. Moved by Sue, second by Danielle. All in favor? It's carried. Okay. We've minutes from January 14th, September 16th, and 30th. Minutes were missed in the past. We're going to have a chance to review those. I'm asking for a motion for approval. Moved by Sue, second by Danielle. All in favor? Thank you. Ask for disclosure of monetary interest. I see none. So we have a few priority issues to get through today. For Richard, the first one, emission reduction targets. So we had originally discussed this motion at our last meeting. In the end, we didn't have quorum. It was advanced to council. Right. But we want to formally approve a motion again while we have quorum here this afternoon. Yes. So looking for a motion to approve the emission reduction targets. Moved by Danielle, second by Sue. I wasn't sure seeing any arms online. So, okay. So all in favor?
I would be in favor too. I think CPWG.
That's carried. Okay, we've got support. Thank you.
Did Steve?
Yeah, Peter as well. They're all.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, it was unanimous.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Richard, a recap of the emission reduction targets and how progress have emerged from our last meeting.
Okay, essentially, I just wanted to say thanks for your help. Essentially, getting us to where we are for those targets. I know it took some time, but we're here. So the next step really is me just focusing on developing a climate action plan. There has been a draft in the works. My hope is that draft will come out next week following, and then essentially everyone will have time over the Christmas break to sort of get into it, and then we can focus on an open house in the new year sometime.
Okay. Any questions? And just for those who are watching, you can just take a recap of the targets that were supported by council.
So the targets that were supported by council was a 20% reduction from the 21 baseline by 2031, and a 45% reduction from baseline by 2036, and net zero by 2050.
Thank you. Corporate and community.
Yeah, so they're for both the corporate and community sectors of the plan.
Fully supported by council, so we're full speed ahead.
That's excellent news.
Yeah.
Any further comments? Okay. Correspondence, we have an item in our package from the municipality of Blue Water. It's a resolution speaking to climate change, encouraging the federal government to just create a bigger focus, a renewed focus maybe, make it a top national priority. Does anyone have any comments or like to suggest any action with the resolution as presented? No? Oh, Sue?
Yes, I'd like to see us endorse this and forward it to council.
All right.
So is there a seconder? Danielle? Any further questions or comments? So the proposed resolution that we endorse this resolution, proposed motion, we endorse this resolution and ask council to consider the same. All in favor? That's carried as well. Thank you. Okay, moving forward, climate action plan. Project update, Richard, you talked about it briefly, but anything more you want to add about it?
At some point, I would like for there to be a committee that works on just a public engagement piece. So you just help me focus on what we would like to see for an open house. So just a subcommittee meeting. Mm-hmm. So if it would be sometime in January, the first or second week, we can plan to meet.
So just for the public who may be watching, the climate action plan is nearing completion. We will receive it as a committee by
Next week. So next
by
week,
the end of-
Tuesday.
Okay, but then next week we'll have a chance to review it all in our spare time over the holidays, and then we will plan for a public meeting in January and maybe a subcommittee meeting briefly.
To sort of plan and organize the open house
Nice meeting,
details.
pick a date and how we're going to present this. Sounds good. I think this is subcommittee right here, is it not? I think
so. I'm kind of
Yes.
speaking to you guys, but yeah.
Okay, I think we can probably accomplish that.
You guys can, we can organize some time to figure out next year.
Yes. Okay. Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, this is going to be a very brief meeting. Anything from the round table?
I do have something.
Of course.
You are not surprised. So Climate Network Lanark is finally starting the Smiths Falls Climate Concierge
Excellent.
in January. And so we have, I think it's about 5 people, which is a little on the low end. We really would like more.
Okay, so still room for a couple more if they want to be.
Please, yes. And we'd like to do some promo using the town's facilities. So
Yes.
social media, a couple other things. And I just invite people, I mean, the money's still there to do all these retrofit things. There's still the capacity for lots of people to get free heat pumps, low temperature heat pumps, free appliances, freezers, fridges, you name it. You know, there's all sorts of loans there. And this is the best time ever to take advantage of this and to do these things, right?
And you did say free.
I did.
You said free repeatedly.
Because
With emphasis.
I don't know, and I do appreciate, you know, there's a fair bit of misleading information out there. There are companies that are still trying to take advantage of people. But our program, we're rooted here, we're a nonprofit. The programs that we're dealing with are all legitimate, all that stuff. And yes, they actually do have free things, right?
So how much more capacity is there and how does someone get more information?
We could take in this, we can just grow as much as there are people. We'd like a cluster of about sort of 8 to 12 homeowners. If we got another 12, we'd just do a second cluster. It's
Okay,
not limited,
See
right?
that.
So perhaps we've had this in our social media.
The heat pumps, yes.
So well, the whole
The whole
The
program.
concierge program, yes.
okay.
But
So perhaps
not frequently.
we recirculate that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Again, especially may not be on people's radars all the time, and it gets cold out, and furnaces are breaking down, and people
It's
are
time
thinking,
for
"I've
it."
got to replace it." And obviously, an opportunity for a free heat pump would
Yep.
make an incredible difference. So,
I would think so. Okay, I can do that for you.
awesome.
Great. And please contact us, Climate Network Lanark. It's that simple. Just go online. You'll find the information right there.
Very good. Thank you. Any further comments to the round table? That your hand up, Peter? Yes. Oh, Peter,
We can't hear you, Peter. Peter, we can't hear you.
Okay, Ego. Yeah, okay. Just like to report that a few members of this committee, the working group, actually attended the Parks Canada's climate adaptation workshop open house. I think Richard and Susan and I were there for their November 13 open house, a two-hour open house. And some of us also attended the webinar that provides background for this climate adaptation workshop. And Susan and I actually attended the 3-day workshop. I think Susan was there for the Tuesday one when we had the planning session for the assessment, risk assessment workshop for 3 days. it was very informative. A lot of experts from Parks Canada were among the speakers. And then one of the days we were looking at different scenarios of what could be done with the change in temperature and precipitation and so on. And I also contacted the organizer for the workshop, saying that we do have a committee for climate prevention, and they asked if there any information they can share with us. And she gave me an email and suggested, anybody would like to get information or contact, and I will forward that email address to Richard. Okay, so that's that short report, and Susan and Richard may have other comments.
Not
Thank you,
on
Peter.
this.
Anything further to add?
On this, no. I was there at the workshop. I wasn't there for too long. I did see the presentation after. It was shared with me, so it was really cool information. But I think they're just in the information gathering stage for their plan. Essentially, they're trying to figure out what the cultural sites are along the Rideau Canal and ways to preserve them through adaptation measures. But I'm not sure what those measures are yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by cultural, too, it's sort of a broader definition of culture, so natural heritage. too,
Okay,
right?
yes.
So it's, forests, wetlands, that sort of thing.
Okay,
That's pretty cool, actually. If I can find a way to share the presentation, I would forward it to you guys,
sure.
just for curiosity's sake.
Okay. Well, thanks, everyone. Our next meeting is scheduled
Can I
for...
just-
For Danielle?
Sorry, it was just that reminded me of something too, where I've been working with a health supportive tools subgroup of the Ontario Public Health Association. And it's basically working with municipalities and how public health interacts and provides feedback on plans and that sort of thing, and sort of what works and what doesn't. And it was a survey done of all sorts of health units, and we were gathering information. And then I was looking at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, and there was a resource from the planner's perspective as well. So there's a couple of tools that I thought were interesting. And one thing that I noticed on that tool was sort of what the feedback was from planners on what they usually see as health in their plans. And a couple of the things that kind of rated lower were climate change related, like around water safety and that sort of. So it was just, I thought that was just an interesting thing that came out of it. But I'm wondering if that will change over time. But I'm hoping there's the supportive tools piece is sort of our side of the work. But so that we're going to have some tools that we're pulling together with our new Southeast Public Health Agency. And there's a lot of references and resources that sit in that document that we can pull from too, if we need to. So we use it for plans, but it can be used for other things too,
Right.
if we want it. So just wanted to mention that too. Those tools are all being developed and improved and shared along with all the partners, but
Cool.
so
Intriguing.
So I guess as those are produced, as you have in the past, if you continue to share them, then we have a chance to...
Well, and I shared, there was some stuff that was pulled for the official plan for Smith Falls, a lot of climate change related references. They came from that tool. So if we're looking for anything specific, references, rationale, kinds of content around climate change, like what would be recommended and why and how, like that kind of information, if we were presenting to the public, for instance, and we want that, I can see what's there and try and pull from it.
So
Interesting.
Comes to a public meeting, that
Yeah.
relevant information would probably be helpful to help articulate some of the why.
Yeah. Yeah. And if there's things that you want me to pull and prepare for that, so we're ready, I can do that ahead of time.
Okay. Well, I'll come up with something and we can brainstorm. How about that?
Sounds good.
And I think that's all helpful too in terms of, because people still have a notion about climate change as being this narrowly defined
Mm-hmm.
thing that you can't understand, right?
Very indirect.
It's science, and therefore I don't understand it, and I don't want to know about the detail. But when you start to talk about health implications, right?
Yeah, people will know.
Vacation.
Falling through the ice with their snowmobile,
Thing, then
whatever.
it just suddenly starts to resonate more.
Yeah, more personal.
Okay. Thank you. Next meeting scheduled for January 13th.
That's right.
Okay. Motion for adjournment. Sure. Moved by Sue, second by Danielle. All in favor? We are adjourned. Thanks, everyone. It was a brief meeting, but we got done what needed to get done.
I think so,
Thank
yeah.
you.